We talk about this weekend being a little more about just golf. And I've got this whole script here, but I'm going to go off of it just a little bit. As each and every one of these kids took a fallen soldier for one final tour this weekend. We talk about freedoms, and let's just be real honest, 2020 kind of taught us whether we're free or not, right? And we know what those freedoms mean. I'm going to tell you what those freedoms mean to me. They're not free at all, ladies and gentlemen. They're for the sacrifices of these individuals on all 84 of these bags. There was a man, there was a woman that paid the ultimate sacrifice so that each and every one of us could be out here on this day before we ring in 2021 and walk around this golf course and watch some of the greatest golfers to ever hit a golf ball. It wasn't because of those golfers. It wasn't because of the Wigwam. It's not because of Brian Fry. It's not because of the West Valley Mavericks. It's because of those men and women of our armed forces that paid the ultimate sacrifice. And on our 10th anniversary, all of these bags, like they've done years before, they're going to go back to these kids' colleges, and these kids are going to raffle or auction off these bags and put money back into folds of honor so that they can continue to do the things that they do for the families of the men and women that pay that ultimate sacrifice. When we talk about those freedoms, I want to introduce a guy right now. If you were here for opening ceremonies, you had the opportunity to hear this man's amazing voice sing our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please make welcome right now U.S. Navy retired Petty Officer, First Class, Stephen Powell, for the singing of God Bless the USA.
It's an honor to be here, and thank you so much. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I searched for all my life. If I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause this flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. an American, well, at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Let's be honest, if that doesn't give you goosebumps, you're not proud to be an American. But if you are proud to be an American, let me hear it one more time for retired Petty Officer First Class Stephen Powell. So before we begin the trophy presentation, it's imperative that we recognize all of our sponsors. There's a few banners back here behind me that without each and every one of these corporate partners, we could not put on the 10th version of the Patriot All-America. So we're super thankful to each and every one of our corporate partners that make all that possible. How about a round of applause for our sponsors? An extra special thank you to the Valley Toyota dealers, our newest partner, USAA. We also want to thank Fox Sports Arizona. I want to thank Ping, Fighter Country Partnership, the Wigwam Country Club. I want to thank Nike, as well as the Arizona Department of Tourism in Litchfield Park. I want to thank our partners, the Thunderbirds. You know, every time I walk up and thank one of the Thunderbirds, they tell me there's no reason for you to thank us. We're partners in all this thing, so we're super appreciative to the Thunderbirds, the hosts of the greatest PGA tournament held in Scottsdale, the Waste Management Phoenix Open. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank the West Valley Mavericks, the West Valley's very own charitable organization, and a partner of the Patriot All-America. Now, being a Maverick, this is my 4th year or 5th year out here at this deal, and it just keeps getting bigger and better. 2020 kind of threw us a curveball, but I think we did the best we could. The golfers were happy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So to be a West Valley Maverick, it means an awful lot to see all of you out here today. So on behalf of the West Valley Mavericks, I want to personally thank each and every one of you. At this time, I'd like to introduce our special guest. We talk about our heroes. This week, it was all about our fallen heroes, but we do have some heroes that still fight for those freedoms each and every day, and I want to introduce one of our special guests here. We have the Vice Commander of the 56th Fighter Wing, Colonel Luke Casper. Mr. Casper, we are so grateful for everything that Luke does. Again, I know that we had to do things a little bit differently this year. Typically, we take all the golfers out there, and they're able to go out there and do a tour of Luke Air Force Base. We couldn't do that this year, but they said, you know what, we are going to do something. So Mr. Casper and his whole crew brought the base tour here to the Wigwam, and for that, we're super appreciative. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce the Patriot All-America co-founders. We'll start with the Chief Executive Officer of the Golf Coaches Association of America. Please make welcome Mr. Greg Grost. And now the Executive Director of the Arizona Golf Foundation. He's been out here all of the years. Say hello to Mr. Ed Gowan. I want to send out a special thank you to Mr. Tom O'Malley. He's not able to make it here this afternoon, but we want to thank the Chief Operating Officer at JDM Partners, Mr. Tom O'Malley. And one of our partners with the Thunderbirds that's been out here all weekend doing our announcements on 18, 1 in 10. He's a Thunderbird. Say hello to Rob Harris. The Patriot All-America team also includes the hardest working golf staff around, including Leo Simonetta and Rick Seaside, as well as Superintendent Chad Perrin and his amazing staff. How about a round of applause for the entire Wigwam staff? All right, let's get to it all now. Let's get some prizes given out. We are going to present to you our top 5 placers. We had like 175 of the 84. They tied for 5th place at 3 under. So we're going to start with a man from San Diego State University in honor of Marine Corps Lieutenant Corporal Cody A. Roberts, Pewitt Anupan Subsai. Playing for the University of Arizona, honoring Army Sergeant First Class John C. Bill Trevor Werbelow. His teammate out of the University of Arizona, honoring Army Sergeant First Class James D. Doster Christian Bankey. And last but not least, tied for 5th, playing for UNC Greenboro, representing Marine Corporate Lieutenant Corporal Samuel W. Large Jr., Nicholas Lyerly. Now tied for 3rd and 4th, Mr. Greg Grost will present them with their trophies. Tied for 3rd and 4th, we'll start with the young man from the University of Oklahoma, representing Army Staff Sergeant Jesse J.J. Castro, Logan McAllister. And out of Clemson University, representing Army Captain Mark M. Stubenhofer, Turk Pettit. In 2nd place, this young man, this is a cool story. So this young man came to us. He plays for one of the lower division schools. We saw him after his practice round. He was hanging out in Litchfields, having dinner by himself. We went over and visited with him. We have relationships out here, and it's kind of cool to watch these kids as they go through all this and the relationships that we get to gain. So we were able to watch this kid as he went through, and I'm just honored to be able to give him or announce him as the 2nd place to the 2020 Patriot All-America. He was carrying the bag for Air Force Major Kevin H. Sonnenberg from the Lincoln Memorial University. Make welcome Dan Bradbury. And the champion of the 2020 Patriot All-America is going to be the man from Auburn University, carrying a bag for Master Sergeant James W. Ponder III. It's Grayson Huff. Grayson will be presented a trophy. He'll be presented a flag by Mr. Casper. This flag was flown over Luke Air Force Base and is in honor of each and every one of those men and women that took their final tour around the Wigwam Golf Course today. And last but not least, he'll be presented with this beautiful jacket, the bomber jacket. Mr. Rob Harris, will you do the honors, please? It took an amazing feat of 8 under. Grayson, good job. Congratulations. It's the year of COVID. I'll hand you the mic if you have a few things you want to say. All right, I'm going to let you do it.
Pull out my notes so I don't forget anybody. First off, I would like to just thank the Wigwam staff, everybody that is a part of this tournament. It's just wonderful, and it really is amazing that we can come out here and play an event like this. I would also like to thank the West Valley Mavericks and their co-partners, the Thunderbirds, for what you guys have done this week. It's amazing. Thank you. Also, the Arizona Golf Association. Thank you for what you guys are doing, running the tournament, and being able to host this event. The Folds of Honor, we wouldn't be able to play such a special tournament and be able to represent such wonderful people and just be able to play golf. And thank you for the Folds of Honor and what they do and who they represent. Last but not least, I would like to thank all servicemen and women that are out here this week that have done everything for us. We play golf because of them, and I think it truly is speechless, or I am truly speechless for what their sacrifice means to us. So thank you very much.
Keep it going, and one more time for your champ of the 2020 Patriot All-America from Auburn University, Grayson Huff. Well, friends, as we draw the curtain close on the 2020 version of the Patriot All-America, I want to thank each and every one of you on behalf of the great folks at the Wigwam, on behalf of the West Valley Mavericks, the Thunderbirds, the Golf Coaches Association, and the AGA. Once again, my name is Brian Fry. Thank each and every one of you for coming out. Congratulations to all of our winners. And we'll see y'all in 2021, where we're going to be able to have the biggest party that we've ever had out here for the 2021 Patriot All-America. Thank you.
Okay, the step.